Hello friends, this video on Kingdom Animalia Part 4 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now the next basis of classification is symmetry. So let us see what is symmetry and how symmetry helps in classifying the Kingdom Animalia. So first let us try to understand what is symmetry. So first let us try to understand what is symmetry. What do we mean by symmetry? You would have studied about symmetry in your mathematics. When do we say that an object has a symmetry in it? Or when do we say that two objects are symmetrical? Well, an object is said to be symmetrical if it be divided into parts which become exactly like another if you flip, slide or turn it. So if you are able to divide an object into parts such that each of those parts are exactly identical to the other parts as it is, or on flipping it or on turning it, so then you know then that object is said to have symmetry. For example, we take this example of the ball. Now if you divide the ball at exactly an axis, along this axis from the center, what do you get? You get two hemispheres which are exactly identical. So if you turn this hemisphere by 180 degrees, they both will be identical, right? Similarly, if the same sphere, if instead of this axis, if you divide it into three parts like this, so this is one part, so you get three parts like this, 1, 2 and 3. So these are the three parts which you get. So here also if you see, all these three parts are exactly identical to each other if you turn them a little, right? So we say that this ball has a symmetry. So similarly, if you look at this object, if you look at this butterfly, so if you divide it along this plane, what do you see? This side and this side are identical to each other. So if you turn one side, you get the other side. So both are identical to each other, and that is why we say that it exhibits symmetry. Similarly, the human body. Now, if you divide the body along this axis, the upper part and the lower part, are they identical to each other in any sense? No, right? Now, but if you divide the same body along this axis, then what happens? Now, are the two parts identical, this side and this side? Yes, they are. So, any object will be symmetrical about a specific axis. It is not that it can be identical anyways. So, there has to be an axis along which if you divide that object into two or more parts, those parts should be identical to one another. So, then we say that that object is symmetrical. Now, based on symmetry, animals, the structure of animals, here only I gave you two examples, the butterfly and the human being. So even animals can possess symmetry, and this symmetry can be of many different types. So animals can possess asymmetry, that is no symmetry. Some animals are there whose body does not have any symmetry. So you take any axis, doesn't matter whichever axis you take, but you will not be able to divide it into parts which will be identical to each other. So such animals are said to have asymmetry, that is no symmetry. Next is radial symmetry. When I say radial symmetry, that means the object will get divided into equal parts only when you cut that object along a plane passing through the central axis of the body. For example, if you talk of circular objects, so see, if this is an animal, this is sea anemone. So this sea anemone, if you try to divide it along this central axis, so what happens if you divide it along the central axis, you will be able to get symmetrical parts, or it looks symmetry. So this is known as radial symmetry. The word radial is derived from the word radius. And the third one is bilateral symmetry. What is the meaning of bilateral symmetry? Bi means two and lateral means, so when you divide an object laterally, you will get two parts which will be mirror image of each other. Let us take the example of this planaria. It is platyhelminths. So if you divide it along an axis like this will also pass through the center. So now if you look at the left side and the right side, both are laterally symmetrical. That means both are identical to each other. So if you turn one half, you will get the other half. So that is bilateral symmetry. Now can you tell, based on the definition which we discussed so far for asymmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry, can you tell what kind of symmetry is exhibited by the human body? Exactly. It is bilateral symmetry. Because in human body also, if you divide it along a specific axis, you get two halves which are symmetrical to each other. Okay. So now let us talk about each of these type of animals one by one. So let us start with asymmetry, that is asymmetrical animals. So here these are the animals with no symmetry. So body cannot be divided into two equal halves by any plane. This is very important because for most of the animals, for this symmetry you need a specific plane, but for asymmetrical animals, there is no such plane which exists through which you can actually divide that animal into equal halves. Examples are sponges with branching structure. So here you can see sponges. So if you look at, this is how the sponges look like. So it doesn't matter whichever axis you break it, they have got this kind of branching structure. So you will never be able to reach a symmetrical structure, because let us suppose if this is your sponge, it looks somewhat cylindrical here in this picture. It has got some outgrowth here. So now if you divide it along this axis, so this side and this side, it is not symmetrical, right? Again, it might grow in this fashion. So the shape is totally arbitrary. That is why it is said to have asymmetry. The next one is symmetrical animals. That means those animals which have some symmetry. So their body can be divided into equal halves by a plane. Again, symmetrical animals can be of two types. One is radially symmetrical animals and the other one is bilaterally symmetrical animals. So those animals which possess radial symmetry, that is, you can divide it into symmetrical parts by an axis which passes through the central. And bilateral symmetrical means you can divide that object into two laterally symmetrical halves. So first let us talk about radially symmetrical animals. Body can be divided into equal halves by a radial plane. So examples. So here in this case, radially symmetrical animals, there is no right side, no left side. So when I talk about bilateral symmetrical, we actually have two sides. One is right side, one is left side, because they are like mirror image of each other. But in radially symmetrical animals, there is no concept of right and left side. Examples are coelentrates and echinoderms. So here you can see this sea anemone. So here, if an axis passes through the central axis, so you are actually able to divide it radially. Similarly, if you take the example of echinoderms, which is a feather star. See, if you have an axis through the center, so it is like, if you divide it through the center, it is like you imagine a sphere. So if you divide the sphere from the center, what happens? There is no right or left, because all the sides are exactly identical, right? But at the same time, all the halves are equal as well. So that is known as a radial plane. So these kind of animals, mostly those animals which have a shape something similar to a sphere. So wherever you have this spherical or cylindrical kind of a shape, you tend to have radial symmetry there. Again, the sea urchin. So here, if you divide it in this way, along this axis, so you will get two equal halves. If you divide it along this axis, again two equal and identical halves. You divide it along this axis, again two equal and identical halves. So it is it is not a circle which I am talking about. It is in the form of a sphere. It exists. So if you divide it from the center, you actually end up dividing it into equal halves. So here you don't have any concept of right and left side. But when I talk about bilaterally symmetrical animals, a right and left side exists. So body can be divided into similar right and left halves in only one plane. So there exists one plane along which if you divide that animal, you will find one right half and the other left half. And that is why they are known as bi, which means two, lateral means right and left halves. So here equivalent right and left sides exists. Examples would be annelids and arthropods. So here if you see this cockroach, if you divide it along this plane, you have one right half, one left half. How do we say that this is right and this is left? Because see here, these appendages are on the right side, but here the appendages are on the left side. So they are laterally symmetrical. You understand the difference, right? So in this case, they are laterally symmetrical. Do you understand the difference between this one and the previous one? In radially symmetrical, both are exactly identical. But here, both are not exactly identical. Both are mirror image of each other. Again, similarly, if you take the example of this arthropod, again, you can divide it into a right and a left half which are equivalent to each other. You talk about annelids like this earthworm. So if you divide it along this axis, so you will be able to divide it into two equal halves. You talk about human beings, same story repeats. The right and the left halves are equivalent to each other. That is why they are also bilaterally symmetrical. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.